When you put positive statements into your mind consciously, it will start affecting your subconscious. Hey guys, and welcome to Live Your Bliss, where we learn to manifest the life of our desires. And on this channel, we talk all about law of attraction and ways to improve your life and live the best life that you can possibly live. So if that's something you feel like you want to watch, make sure you subscribe and join the family. If you get any information in this video that you feel like you're going to be using, please make sure you like this video. So today we're going to be talking all about affirmations. Affirmations, I love them. I use them quite a bit. Affirm means to state something as a fact, strongly and publicly. So when you affirm something, you are stating that as if it is true, and you're stating it with conviction. So that's what an affirmation is. It is a positive statement that you state. Usually we want it to be positive, but affirmations can be negative. We can affirm negative stuff in our life. I did make a video all about our self-talk and how we actually speak to ourselves on the inside, our inner self-talk. So I am going to tag that up here so you guys can check that out after this video. But affirmations are not always positive, and if you are not aware of what you are affirming to yourself, then that can definitely affect you. Now, the whole point of affirmations is to help to reprogram your subconscious. I explained in my other video, which I'm gonna link up there for you. I explained in that video how our subconscious works, and pretty much how our subconscious works. We were fed all types of beliefs and things from the ages 0 to 7, and that's when our subconscious started building. That's when our beliefs started building. And now as adults, majority of our day-to-day lives are ran by our subconscious beliefs and thoughts. So if you have a lot of limiting beliefs and thoughts going on in your subconscious, and you never become aware of them and is able to fix them, then that causes you to have a life where you are constantly repeating negative cycles in your life, and you're just living a life that you're really unhappy with. So affirmations, how can they fix that? Affirmations come in when you practice affirmations consciously. When you put positive statements into your mind consciously, it will start affecting your subconscious. Your subconscious runs off of patterns. It forms patterns based off of things you have done in the past. You cannot form new subconscious thoughts without putting them in there consciously and making it a pattern. So that is where the affirmations come in. Consciously, you start saying these positive statements to yourself. Eventually, it becomes a pattern, and then your subconscious is going to take that in. It becomes a belief, and then it manifests in your day-to-day life. So that is the whole reason for affirmations. Let me give you an example of what a positive affirmation is. Let's say you're wanting to manifest wealth in your life. You're wanting to manifest more money into your life. So you can use affirmations like, I am wealthy. Money flows to me quickly and freely. I have a healthy relationship with money. Money is constantly coming to me in ways that I'm unaware of. Those are examples of how affirmations work. And so sometimes we can have a misunderstanding of how affirmations work, or sometimes we just don't really know how to implement those and how to use them correctly. So you can start reprogramming your subconscious, because affirmations do work, but you have to use them correctly. So what we're going to do is go over 3 ways. That's all we need, is 3 ways to make sure you can implement these affirmations correctly, so you can start manifesting the life that you desire. Because that is what I do. I help you manifest the life that you desire. Let's get into the tips. So my first tip is to affirm what you want and not what you don't want. So let me explain exactly what that means. When it comes to your subconscious, it is very simple. It takes what we say literally. And what I mean by that, so if I were wanting to get my bills paid on time, I would not create an affirmation that says, I am never late paying my bills. My bills are never paid late. With those affirmations, your main focus on this in that statement is late. Bills late. These are what your focus points on, and I've explained this before. I'll make sure I link videos where I did, but when it comes to the law of attraction, where your focus is what it's going to manifest. So in those statements, even though you're saying that you don't want that thing, your focus is still on that thing. So you need to fix your affirmation to where it focuses on what you're wanting to manifest and not what you're wanting to remove out of your life. So again, continuing with that same example, I would use affirmations like, all my bills are paid in full on time. I pay all of my bills when they are due on time. You see what I mean? The focus goes from late to on time. So that is how that will work. You want to make sure you put your focus on the positive and not the negative. All right, so tip number 2 is start somewhat believable. So this is the one that I personally had an issue with. When I first learned about affirmations, I was like, oh word, I'm about to get rich. Like, they have statements that can actually help me to get where I want to go faster. Oh, I'm on it. So immediately I started saying these affirmations. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. Those are great affirmations, don't get me wrong. You do want that. But at the time when I was starting these affirmations, I was pretty much homeless, broke, behind on bills, in debt, you know, so it was really hard for my subconscious to accept that. Now, affirmations are made to change your beliefs, but if it is something that is way too unbelievable, way too far-fetched for your subconscious, it is just going to keep rejecting that. And what it looks like when your subconscious is rejecting a thought or something, a new thought that you're trying to input, is your self-talk telling yourself, you could never be a millionaire. How are you going to ever do that? You could barely even make $500 a week at your job. That's when all that self-talk comes in. That is rejection from your subconscious. And that is more familiar than these affirmations. So therefore, that is what's going to stick. And then in turn, it ends up putting you on a negative roller coaster instead of where you're trying to go. So you really just ended up building up more resistance towards that thing that you're trying to manifest because you started too big. So if you're trying to manifest $1 million and you're in a really bad spot right now financially, let's start smaller. You know, instead of saying I am a millionaire, I have $1 million, instead say something like, I am financially stable, I am financially secure, money comes to me quickly and freely. These are affirmations that are a little bit more believable to you and are easier for your subconscious to accept, so you're not in hand, you know, just making it worse on yourself. You have to start where it's somewhat believable and then work up to the big one. Once you get to a certain financial stability, then you can start, you know, putting in those affirmations to become a millionaire. But you got to start somewhere. You can't start from here and just go up there, you know. It's steps to actually get there. So you got to start small and then work yourself up to that. So number 3, when it comes to affirmations, this is probably the most important one, is to be consistent. Be consistent, guys. You have to understand that when it comes to reprogramming your subconscious, that stuff has been in there for a long time. Depending on how old you are, I mean, you're dealing with beliefs that have been in your mind for 15, 20, 30 years. You know, one day of saying affirmations is not going to change a lifetime of beliefs. you know. So this needs to be something that is consistent, that you are constantly drilling into your mind. When you're washing dishes in the kitchen, you need to be thinking, I am financially secure, I am happy, I am grateful. Whatever you're affirming at that time, it needs to be going through your mind like a recording constantly. I constantly speak affirmations to myself all the time. It used to be really negative stuff I used to say to myself before I was aware of it, and I promise you, you're probably doing the same thing. We do talk to ourselves all the time. Our subconscious is going 95% of the day. We are using our subconscious mind. Do you think that all of that is positive? No, it is not. So it's time for you to start consciously putting more positive stuff in there all day. When you're driving, be thinking about your affirmations. When you're at home, you get a little time, write out your affirmations. When you're going to sleep, listen to affirmations. YouTube is full of subliminal affirmations to fall asleep to and things like that. Instead of listening to music all the time, put on some affirmations to sit and listen to. To reprogram your subconscious, guys, you have to put in the work. You have to be consistent. You have to be constantly feeding your mind positivity for it to change. I read somewhere that it takes about 6 weeks for you to completely reprogram your subconscious. So maybe give yourself, you know, a challenge or something for 2 months straight. You know, make it a challenge to write these affirmations 10 times a day, or repeat them to yourself 30 times a day. Whatever you can do, make a game out of it. Just do whatever you can to make sure those affirmations are constantly being fed into your mind, and that is the only way those are going to work. Alright guys, I hope that you go out and you start using affirmations today. I hope that you are able to use these tips so those affirmations can start working for you immediately. Affirmations is something that can help, it can work, and it does work when you use them correctly. All right, so guys, thank you so much for sticking with me this long. I enjoyed you so much. I enjoyed this video so much. If you enjoyed it, please like it, please share it, please subscribe to it. Make sure you check out my social medias as well, my Facebook and Instagram. You guys, I hope you are living the best life that you can possibly live, and live your bliss.